everyone! Welcome to Thriving Self-Care with Renee, where I share about using tarot and oracle cards, crystals, Reiki, and more for self-care and coping with chronic illness. Today I'm sharing with you a tarot deck spotlight, the Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fae, also known as Paulina Cassidy. I'm really excited about this deck. I've been waiting for this deck to come out for about 4 years now. She's been working on the art and working on getting it published. And so I was very excited to receive it now. It's published by US Games, and on the back it says, Phantasma Tarot draws you into the colorful world of daydreams and magical visions, where kindred spirits guide you on an exciting journey through the 78 cards of tarot. You will learn a great deal about yourself from these mentors and mystical creatures. The 76-page guidebook shares their messages and life lessons, as well as instructions for 2 Phantasma Tarot spreads. So like lately, it's the typical 2-piece box. It's got a nice little guidebook here, and I'll go through that in just a moment. And these are the card backs. It's like a really light color, almost like a peachy pink color and really delicate vine work. And I'm going to move this over just a little bit for right now. This isn't going to be a full deck flip through. That's kind of not my thing, but I'm going to show you some of the cards so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like. I'm going to make sure and show you at least some of the majors and some of each suit, including some of the court cards as well. So we start with the King of Cups. You can see the artwork is really intricately drawn, but it does typically follow the Rider-Waite-Smith associations for tarot. I love that it's borderless. That's really one of my favorite things right now. I personally really enjoy borderless decks. I know not everyone does, and that's totally fine. Totally a personal decision. We'll just go through a few. Here's the Sun card. It's beautiful, like a leaping frog and kind of a fae type of looking character. It's gonna happen today. I'm gonna get like all the major arcana cards. Here's the Fool, stepping off of the moon with the intricate like masky headdress looking type of thing. The Death card, don't worry, doesn't mean literal death in like 99.99% of the time. It's about endings. And this is, I think, a really nicely done Death card. Oh my gosh, seriously. I promise I will show you some cards from all of the suits, even if I have to go back through them a little bit. But here's the Hermit. You can see the color palette is a little muted, a little more on the pastel side, but it's not completely pastel. Oh my God, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I can't believe I'm only pulling major arcana cards. This is so interesting. This is the Temperance card about balance. It's just, the Jinn, which I believe is this deck's interpretation of the devil. Again, it's not an evil character. It's about figuring out what chains you down, what imprisons you. It's about a life out of balance. It's not about the actual devil, evil figure themselves. The Mentor. I shuffled this deck, and I'm literally, you can see I'm just reaching and grabbing stacks at random. This is totally random. The Mentor, which I believe is the Hierophant of this deck. I really like this depiction of the Hierophant, and I enjoyed the book description as well. Actually, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to pull the book description for this one. I'm going to go through the book a little bit later. But it says, the Mentor, welcome the Mentor of esoteric knowledge. As a teacher of wisdom, spiritual guidance, and peace of mind, he shares the knowledge of past and present life experiences. He's here to remind you to learn not only from outer sources, but also to learn from within. Representing perpetual interaction, the lemniscate on the Mentor's forehead connects him to the roles of the Hierophant, infinitely teaching and infinitely learning. The message of this card: ask yourself how your belief system affects your life. Align your actions with ideals. Consider shaking up your old routines and paradigms and venture into the unknown. Remember your power and let your curiosity unearth your sacred truth. I've always typically had a bit of a hard time with the Hierophant card, and I really liked the perspective on the Hierophant card that this deck takes. Ah, finally, not a Major Arcana card. Here's the Page of Wands, little interesting figure sitting on maybe the world. King of Wands, it's just going to be like that. I'll go back through, I'll make sure I show you a few cards from each of the suits. Six of Wands. And I'm going to just move this deck back over here, and we'll just try and pull some different clumps. King of Wands again. The Star. Here's a Cups card, finally. 10 of Cups. Very content looking little fox family there. Justice. You guys are going to end up seeing all of the... There's Temperance again. The Chariot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of flip through this. And that way we can see some of the... Okay, here's Six of Swords. Oops, sorry about that. Nice Swords card. Beautiful Pentacles card. Also known as coins or discs in some of the other versions of the tarot. Here's a Swords card, kind of a quintessential Swords card, the Three of Swords, 3 swords piercing the heart. He looks pretty despondent in there, but you can always come back from that not permanent situation. Can't remember if I showed any Wands cards yet. A lot of 3s today too, kind of interesting. This is the Three of Wands, like a weasel looking kind of character. So it's kind of a mix between like fae looking characters and here's a Knight of Wands and like animal type characters. So I think we've seen Pentacles, like Wands. I feel like we've seen, here's the Queen of Cups. That's a beautiful card. I feel like we've seen all of the suits. We saw a lot of the Major Arcana. So that's my overview of the Phantasma Tarot deck itself. So we're going to just leave these off to the side a little bit. And now here's the book. It is, on the inside, it's a black and white. It doesn't have any card images, which that's okay. It's got a little introduction and the correspondences for the different suits. And it pretty much goes right into the cards. It's got a little bit of a description about the image and the meaning of the card, message of the card, keywords of the card, and it also includes a reversed message and reversed keywords for all of the different cards. It starts with the Major Arcana, and then it moves into Wands, Cups, Swords, and then Pentacles. And then in the back, after the King of Pentacles, it's got a Phantasma spiral spread. Our spiritual path toward inner truth is one of constant adjustment and refinement as we learn and evolve. This 5-card spread will help you discern what is helpful and what may be hindering your progress. It also has the Phantasma trefoil spread. This simple 3-card spread encourages you to examine the essence of a situation from 3 different viewpoints and levels. Shuffle the cards as you concentrate on the question at hand. Remove 3 cards and place them face up as shown in the diagram. And then it's got a little bit about the creator and then the deck back on the back of the book. So that is the Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fae, also known as Paulina Cassidy, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this deck. Please consider doing all the YouTube things like comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.